Welcome back to JB ADV, guys. My name is Jacob. If you're a longtime subscriber of the channel, you'll know that I had a 2019 CRF 250L. In my previous video, I said that I had sold that bike and I had upgraded to something else. What's that something? Well, today I'm going to be unveiling what bike I have decided to upgrade to in place of my CRF 250L. A lot has gone into the decision making of what bike I wanted to upgrade to, and in fact, this has been about over a year in the making. I started thinking about what bike I wanted to upgrade to about a year ago, right before I went to Wayne, that last trip you guys saw. And then after I got back from Wayne, my needs in a motorcycle have changed drastically. I started riding on the road a lot more. I started commuting more, but I also want to be able to just tear up the off-road as best as I can whenever I want as well. We commute a lot to get to these trails sometimes, but I also want to start dabbling with moto camping, which means I'm going to have to carry a lot more luggage on my bike as well. Towards the end of last year, guys, I started looking at what kind of bike I wanted to upgrade to, and obviously there's a ton of bikes on the market. My main two things I needed was something that was going to be awesome on-road and then still kick-ass off-road. Ultimately, I do see myself having two motorcycles one day, a nice large ADV bike that's going to be able to tour around with. I could go state to state, carry a lot of gear on, and still have just a blast on the road with a bunch of creature comforts. But then also a really good upgraded dual sport that's going to give me a bigger motor, better suspension, and still be able to tear up rocks and roots and a lot of single track. Keeping all that in mind, guys, my needs in a motorcycle have changed, but that does not mean that the bike I chose is not going to be going off-road. I'm still going to be tearing it up off-road, and in fact, it's a whole new set of skills I'm going to have to learn. The bike I chose to purchase happens to be a 2022 Tiger 900 Rally Pro. This bike is absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to show you guys why I picked it. Once again, guys, this is my 2022 Triumph Tiger 900 Rally Pro. So many other bikes in this market, and it was a really tough decision on which one I wanted to go with. I looked at the Honda Africa Twin. I love that bike. As you guys know, I love Hondas, but for some reason, this bike just kept pulling me in. The other bike I looked at was the Yamaha Tenere 700. That bike has got a phenomenal platform, and no, just being a 700, it's got plenty of power. Don't let that fool you. I've taken that bike for a test drive a couple years ago when they first announced it, and I fell in love with that bike. Another bike would be the KTM 890 Adventure. I really like that bike too, I really do, but what got it for me is I just think that bike is ugly. I'm just being honest with you guys, but I think that bike is ugly. Another big brand to look at would be BMW. BMW's got a fantastic lineup of bikes, but none of them really did it for me. Truth be told, the reason why I went with the 900 Triumph is because of their triple motor. I've ridden Pauline's bike a bunch, and she has the 2021 Yamaha Tracer 9 GT. That bike also has an inline triple motor, and after riding that bike, I just absolutely loved the way that the low end felt and the high end felt in that motor. Knowing that I love the triple motor, I had to get my hands on one of these to test drive. We went to the dealer, me and Pauline. I test drove one of these bikes and absolutely fell in love with it. Pauline fell in love with it as well, and it was just an absolute fun time at the dealer. That day at the dealer, I told her I don't know of any other bike that felt like this, and I absolutely just fell in love with all the other features that this bike had to offer compared to the competition. There's a lot of different bikes like I just discussed on the market, and most of them come with a bunch of creature comforts for on the road as well as off the road. With this bike, I'm getting my cruise control. I'm getting fog lights that already came with the bike, which are actually really nice. I'm getting heated grips. I'm getting a heated seat, front and back. I'm also getting an adjustable windshield, which I've used many times already, and it's really nice depending on how the wind is that day. And I'm getting a full TFT dash, as you guys saw from a little bit of the B-roll, where I can adjust a lot of things, including my music in my headset and even control my GoPro. It's just got a lot of functionality that really sold it for me. As you guys can see, just like many other ADV bikes on the market, these bikes are absolutely awesome to ride on the road with all the creature comforts. A lot of them come off-road ready, just like this one. It has the crash bars. It even comes with some ADV tire, but even with the plastic handguards, I'm gonna have to upgrade all these parts, including the tires, to really get far off-road. I plan on doing some gnarly off-road with this bike, and in most cases going everywhere my CRF did, maybe minus the rock gardens. I also get in dedicated off-road pro mode with this bike that cuts all the traction control out so you could just let loose in the dirt, which I find really awesome. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am with this bike purchase. I can't wait to take this bike off-road and see what it's capable of. From what I've been told, it is just as good as any other dual sport. It's just a lot bigger and you just gotta go for it, which is what I'm gonna have to do when the first time I hit some serious dirt on this bike. In the meantime, guys, I'm gonna be putting miles on this bike, getting my review video out. I'm gonna be bringing you guys along for every install I do on this bike as far as all the parts are concerned, getting this bike ready for in a couple months when we start tackling off-road. That's gonna about do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am on my reveal of the brand new bike for this channel. There is a lot to come, but in the meantime, while I'm building this bike and getting it ready for off-road, I'm gonna be riding that 140G, which is gonna be coming out real soon. This bike is gonna open up a whole new realm of skills for me that I'm gonna have to acquire. If you guys are just as excited as I am about this, make sure you leave that comment down below and let me know. Also, make sure you smash that like button and consider subscribing so you can see more of this content coming real soon. Until next time, guys, take it easy. My name's Jacob, and you were watching JB ADV. See you next time.